All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to work. I'm basically just going to build my rosters. I'm going to basically brain box a bunch of random rosters. Some will probably be pretty good and some maybe not so much. That's why it's interactive. Please let me know if you think these are good rosters, why you wouldn't make that a roster, and so forth. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so with this news breaking, a potential team of Hydra, Envoy, Scrap, and Ghosty, why don't we just make that a roster? Hydra, Scrap, Ghosty, Envoy. For the sake of fun and for the sake of the video, we're going to make that a team. We're not going to change Phase and OpTic. That would leave Skies and Kismet here. Rumored Boston Breach is sticking with Purge, Snoopy, Cammy, Awakening. So I guess for right now, I'll keep that the same, and then maybe I'll change it. The Vegas Falcons, obviously, Saudi Arabia coming in, buying the Vegas team slot. They're coming through with a full Saudi Arabian roster. King of Body, KHHX, Roxas, and Exnid. And then Surge, Abuza, and 04. If that super team were to form on Thieves, we'd have Kismet and Skies remaining on New York. LAG is a full brand new roster. So I'm going to keep Insight and Kleenex on Toronto for now. Let me start with Surge because I said this on stream earlier. I like TJ, Haley, and Sib here. I think Abuza and 04. You have a great core right there. Abusa with an unreal season. 04 is a great Surge player. But yeah, I like Tej and Sib. That's a great Surge team. They add a lot of slang there with Sib. So I feel like overall, that's a good team dynamic. You form a great Surge team by adding TJ. You already have 04 and Abusa. You add some slang in the flex department with Sib, and I feel like this roster is actually a pretty solid roster. So I feel like I don't really need to explain it anymore. Who else do we have here? I'm going to throw Slasher with Gwyn or Linz. Where do you guys think Slasher would play? With Gwyn or Linz? Choose where to put Slasher. Actually, no, I guess this is my video. I guess I should probably do it. I'm going to go Slasher here. I'm going to go Slasher with Gwyn at Carolina. Let me see the options I have here. I'll tell you who I like here, man. I truly do. I like Vivid. I like Vivid, Gwyn, Slasher, looking for one. And the question is, who do we have as the flex? I think the biggest question mark right now is Illy. Which Illy is trying to play this year? Is Illy good to go? Is he going to be playing like the Illy we love and know? I like Nasty. I like Mac. I like Mac here, bro. I like Mac, third sub, second AR. Him and Vivid have this duo-ship. Slasher would just kind of need to relax a bit. Like, he can't be the overspoken Slasher that can get under people's skin sometimes. So I actually feel like that roster is not too bad. Slasher, obviously a very proven search and destroy player. Nero is also a good pick, but I feel like you kind of have enough pace with Gwyn and Vivid, and I feel like Mac would fill in the role properly. Let's actually remove Slasher here. We'll remove TJ. I'm going to put Cobra with Linz because that's kind of been... Is Cobra a main AR or is he like a flex? I'm going to put the main over here. Cobra's a flex? Okay, so Cobra's a flex. So is he quicker? I don't really know a lot about Cobra. Is he a faster AR? Because then we could be looking at attach Cobra, and then we need a good SMG here. Nero shouts at me, although I actually do really like Nero in the flex role personally. But I feel like Nero actually could be a good pick here. So Cobra's apparently a pretty fast flex. Esriel's a good option. You also have Kremp. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like Joe Deceives there. Yeah, I was going to put Joe on C9. That's what I was going to do. So many names getting snubbed, bro. It's the name of the game. Obviously, Saudi coming in and having a full Saudi roster throws things a bit in the air. Heretics being a fully Spanish team. 101 never again. LAG, that's a full roster. And then I guess we can put Joe Deceives on Cloud9. This roster is weird too. You need a pretty slay-heavy flex. I don't think attach... I think I might put Nero on flex on Cloud9, which sounds and looks kind of crazy, but I feel like they're going to need like a Slayer like that. Beans is not a bad pick. Beans is not bad, but that team just looks so weird. Joe Deceives, Skies, Kismet, and Beans or Geo? I'm okay to put Beans here. I mean, I will say this is a pretty clear downgrade compared to their previous World Championship roster. And they're actually hold on, because there's talks about Priesta as well. So do you put Priesta or Beans on this team? I mean, Joe Deceives, Skies, Kismet, and Priesta? Good Lord. Priesta instead of Joe Deceives? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to put Nasty and Crimp on Surge. I'm kind of just building hypothetical rosters that I would maybe build. Who am I going to put on Ultra? We got Hixie in the chat, so I'm going to put Hixie back on Ultra. I'm going to put Hixie back on Ultra after he got dropped after winning a tournament and placing second at Champs. And I'm thinking, I was actually going to maybe put Bance here. Chat's saying Beans. I actually like that. I don't mind this roster. Insight, Beans, Kleenex, Hixie. EU Cheese. I like the EU Cheese here. Obviously, Hixie, Dirty Roll. I think Beans would need to step up and be a pretty consistent slayer. Nasty for Insight. I don't think they're dropping Insight. Guys, I'm putting Attach on a roster, man. I have Attach on Rocker. Lens, Cobra, Attach. What SMG would you put here? Nero? I guess you can go Nero there. I already have Gwyn, Vivid, Mac, and Slasher, which I actually like this team. I got T. Jabuza, 04, and Sib. LAG, we got to build a whole new roster, though. So the question is, what do you do here? And LAG, obviously, there's really no telling what's going on there. You think a Hook and Illy reunion? Crimp, Hook, Illy, and Nasty? Guys, listen, there are some names that are going to be left out. I see you guys seeing Esriel. I see you guys saying Geo. We lost spots this year, man. We lost spots. 4 new players that have never been in the league before now have a league spot. Heretics is still a full Spanish team. No Exceed is not crazy. None of it is crazy. There's not enough spots for everybody. Crimp, Hook, Illy, Nasty. I actually don't mind that. Crimp and Hook is Rogue. Listen, man, you got to do some shit. It's the name of the game right now. Man, dude, I like Purge a lot, but I think I might switch him out here. I think I might switch Purge out here. The question is, who would I replace Purge with? I like Cammy Awakening. Snoopy, I mean, I don't think it even makes sense to take Snoopy off this team because I think it's pretty obvious he's probably going to be on the team. I don't know. I do like Purge a lot, man. I don't know. I guess we just keep him on there because it's rumored that that's the team anyway. There is no LAG, yeah, but I don't know what else to call him right now. What do we think about these hypothetical rosters? I feel like some are decent and some are bad. I actually like the Surge roster a lot. I like the Surge roster, and I like the Royal Ravens a lot. Hey, guys, top 3 is not going to change. Okay, on this list, who's the 4th best team behind OpTic, FaZe, and Thieves? I think it's Seattle. Yo, Surge, Rambo. If you go with this roster, I need like $5, brother. That's a good team. You like G2 Rocker as well? Lens, Nero, Cobra, and Attach? C9 is not bad. Yeah, I don't think C9's bad. I do think they lack slaying, though. Which is why I was hesitant to put Priesta with Skies. I feel like that team struggles with slaying. And then essentially, I mean, you're just replacing a world championship team. You're replacing their best player with Joe Deceives. And I think Joe is solid. Maybe Kick, Skies, or Kiz on New York. I don't know if I can do that. Who would you replace Kismet with? I don't even know who I would replace Kismet with on that roster. Put Attach on C9? No. No, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I guess if we're talking realistic, yeah, we could just switch Hydra back to C9 and put Joe Deceives here. I mean, that's definitely more likely. I mean, I see Scrap and Envoy going to Thieves more likely without Hydra, because that's just so many moving pieces, man. So then what? Cloud9 would just return to the previous subliners roster. Obviously, OpTic and FaZe stick. I still think the best hypothetical roster here is Vancouver Surge. I truly think so. You guarantee Surge wins, essentially, which I think every team that's not top 3, top 4 should be trying to do. And you definitely have a team that can win some respawns. Abuza's a gross man AR. Sib's a gross slayer. TJ and 04, I think, would play pretty well together. I'd take TJ off Surge and replace him. I actually disagree. I actually like TJ on that team. Does Clayster get picked up or no? I doubt it, to be honest. I doubt it. I'm not going to lie. I just don't see where Clay could go. I mean, dude, this team having a full Saudi Arabian team and Heretics being fully Spanish, that's 8 spots right there. 8 spots gone. Obviously, you know, like FaZe, OpTic, Thieves, Cloud9, he's not going to, or Ultra. The only team that Clay could really go to, I would say, is like this LAG slot. Or G2 Rocker, I guess. But I think Attach would get the spot over him. What do we think? W rosters? I feel like these are actually pretty good. Bro, look at all these names that would be left. Like, bro, Diamond Khan's a good player. Yeah, Geo out is tough, bro. I don't know what to do here. There's no way to put every deserving player in the league right now. Kremp and Hook's an awful duo. Well, who are you replacing with who? Who are you replacing with who? Who's running the third sub on Ultra? Beans. Beans, third SMG. Good lord. Estriel has to get a spot, bro. I don't know what to do here. I also want Estriel to get a spot. I don't know where. Switch Beans and Attach? Bro. You're high. Attach and Insight together? Estriel instead of Hook? Maybe Estriel over Kremp? Bro, this is impossible. This is actually impossible. Chat, these are my hypothetical rosters. This is nearly impossible. I feel like some of these rosters are decent and some not so much. There's a lot of players that are going to be left out this year. That's the reality. There are some players that simply deserve to be in and they will not be in. And that's just a sad reality of this world. Thank you for watching.